Hello, today I will show you how to update the navigation maps on MMI 3G and 3G Plus systems. As you can see, we have MMI 3G Plus unit on Audi A8 D4. This is applicable also for A4, A5, Q3, Q5, Q7 and so on, all the MMI 3G systems. So what we need to do first is to write the most recent map. For example, for Europe is 6.36. So, or for the North America or for the rest of the world. So you could do this by checking the link in the description. This is the thread that have all the information needed. And all you're going to have at the end are two micro SD cards, one of them containing the map and one of them containing the activator for the map. So how to write this data to those SD cards, we'll check now.
So once extracted the files from the content with the maps database, we need to copy those exact files to the 32GB SD card that we have prepared for the update. This list with those files are less than 32GB because the complete package is a little bit bigger, so you're not going to be able to write all the files. So here I have this 32GB card with now only 3.45GB free, and I have this exact list of files. This is everything needed for the maps update. This includes only those two folders. In this folder, the DB folder, which is the largest, only those folders from it, and those two files here, and also those four very small files in the main directory. So the next step after creating the SD card with the navigation database is to create a second SD card, or use the same after the navigation database install, to create the navigation database activator. So in order to do this, from the thread we open the link and download the zip file from here, and all we need to do is to open the downloaded zip file. It's less than a few megabytes, so the card size here doesn't matter, and just we need to extract all the contents of the zip to the main directory of the SD card. And after extract, once again the SD card needs to be in the FAT32. We need to have these files here. How to use this activator we will see in the activation process part of this video.
So once we have the SD cards written, we need one of those micro SD cards to SD adapters. We need to enable the write access using this switch on the side, and then we need to put the SD card into slot 1 of the MMI unit. And after that, we need to enable, this is the manual, it's also available on the description. We need to enable the user-defined mode in the engineering menu, and then go to the engineering menu. How to enable user-defined mode? You can check here, it's located in the hidden green menu, which we on the MMI 3G in Audi A8 we enable with car and menu. Also here are the key combinations for all the infotainments: A8, A6, the CD4F, the C7 and so on. So we go to, let me find, we go to software download and then enable the checkbox into user-defined mode. Please be careful because you can break your car in this software download software download section if you enter the boot order. So go down, software download, and we select user-defined mode. Then we exit by pressing the car button. We do not restart the MMI just yet. And we check the combination for update menu, tone plus back for our car. So we press tone and back. It may not work from the first time, but... And here it is. We see our current version. Current version of the maps is 6.31. I did the update 3 years ago. So the latest version 6.36 for Europe, for example. This will be the last version for the MMI 3G, so there will be no further updates. The car is with the ignition on. We have the battery maintainer connected to the car. It's very important to not interrupt this process once started. This will definitely damage the navigation database on the hard drive, so we press update. We select SD1, we have it in the SD1, the map data, and we wait for the metadata to be read from the SD card. We have the battery maintainer connected to the car. It's very important to not interrupt this process once started. This will definitely damage the navigation database on the hard drive, so we press update. We select SD1, we have it in the SD1, the map data, and we wait for the metadata to be read from the SD card. So once the map version has been detected on the SD card, we select it, wait for all the meta info to be also read from the SD card. Here you can see a summary of the map version and system that we have. And once the metadata reading is finished, we now have the choice to select standard or user-defined. We'll select user-defined, and here we can see the actual map component we selected. You can see this is 6.32, this is my current installed version, and here is 6.36. So we select all the entries that have the 6.36. And we select only application, non-bootloader. We never select the bootloader. This is something that is currently not installed, but okay, we'll install it. I had to select here in the Audi MMI 3G ECE. I had to select, I don't need this, but I had to select everything, including this confirm, NTM, blah blah blah, even with the same version. I believe that this is the default that confirms that the update will be carried out. So now as we can see, everything is everything except the nav is not selected, so it's only Audi MMI 3G ECE selected. And now to start update. Update must not be interrupted. Okay, we have connected our battery maintainer right there. So we select start. And now we will see that the MMI will reboot itself. And after a reboot, the update will automatically start. So wait for the MMI to boot up again. There it is. And the update process has now started. Okay, so after retrying, we click the retry button. Now the update has started successfully. So I just read that for some of the components, if they fail with errors 140 or 150, you need to click the retry. This is some like temporary SD card read error. If you cancel the update, you will not break anything, but the navigation database will be broken. So you need to actually do the update in order to everything to work. So now we wait. If we see some errors, we click retry and hopefully everything will work as normal. So once again, when we face this error code 140 or 150 also, we just click retry and now the update will start as normal. Once the update is finished, we have this screen where we could see all the successful updates. Of course, we are updating only the MMI 3G ECE module, so we have OK here. We go down and click continue, and then we select cancel documentation on the screen. And now the MMI will reboot. So from now on, we need to activate the maps if you have never activated them. Basically, there are two types of activators. One is the real activator, which activates the map and makes it activated. And the second activator is actually a patch which disables the check if the maps are legit or not. So if you have the first version, then you need to reactivate now again because we have new maps. If you have the second version which disables the check inside of the software of the MMI unit, then you don't need to do anything actually, because the check will once again not even work. So now let's wait for the MMI to fully reboot itself and let's check what we have as a result and if we have the maps up and running. Okay, we go to menu. Let's go to navigation directly. And voila, we have the maps working. So I don't need to use the activator this time. How to use the activator? There is files that needs to be written to an SD card. Once the MMI is fully up and running, you will see here a screen that will not allow you to use the maps. All we need to do is put the SD card in SD1 slot once the MMI is fully boot, and without doing anything, you will see a pop-up on the screen that will say push any key to activate the maps. You push any key of the MMI keys, the script will go in the background for a few seconds and that's it, the maps will be activated. Once the update is finished, the next step is to check for any faults locked during the update. So for that purpose we open VCDS and let's check the infotainment unit with address 5F for any faults, which there will be for sure. So let's wait for the VCDS to load up. to establish the communication with the vehicle. We got fault codes. Let's clear the codes and see which one will remain. And for sure one code will come back, the software version management. For this second, as you can see here, error, we'll fix first. This will be fixed. So in order to remove this 03623 error, we need to download this file. It's also available in the links below. And we need to unzip this in the main directory of FAT32. Even a small card like this 4 GB will be okay. Just we need to extract it in the main directory of this SD card and then go back to the vehicle. So once we have written the contents of the archive on this SD card, we put it in SD1 SOT. Let's see if it's going to work without resetting the MMI. If not, we'll just perform a reset. Okay, the script is visible now. Maybe we just need to press start screen. Let's try start script, sorry. End script. Okay. And then we once again click end. Now let's do a restart of the MMI. Here is we do 3 buttons. That's the SD card now from the SOT. Let's wait to restart and let's check if the fault is now gone. Now the navigation is restarting. Okay. So let's go once again in 5F. Let me just zoom a little bit. Sorry. Let's wait for all the slaves to be retrieved. We got fault codes. We have this code. Invalid release security code, clear codes. We wait. Go back once again, fault codes. And it's done. Now we have only one fault code left, which is 3276, and we will fix that code using the VCP diagnostic tool. So you can fix it also with VCDS, but the procedure is a little bit more complicated. You need to calculate some values using a programmer calculator in Windows, for example, and input it here in the adaptation channels, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to show how to fix this using VCP, because there's already ready to use script for removing this fault there. Also in the link in the description you have the tutorial how to remove in the manual, in the PDF manual, how to remove this fault using only VCDS. But now let's try to fix it using VCP. So we start VCP or VAC Pro once we are ready to clear the fault. Wait for the tool to start, to take some time. You can see already the navigation is working perfectly. So let's just wait for it to start, and now let's just verify the connection by connecting, for example, with the engine ECU. We have connection with the engine ECU, that means that the tool is coded successfully. I'm doing this because sometimes the tool will not establish connection and it needs to be restarted and so on. So we go guided functions, and I think we need to go other, and here the last procedure is clearing this software management check in MMI 3G+, so select this click next. Ignition on, engine not running. The ignition is on and the engine is not running, so we click once again next. We select our system, which is MMI 3G Plus. We click next, next. Wait for it to complete. We can see that we have some messages going on. Finished. Okay, next. Closing communication, finish. So now we can go into the module and just check if there are any faults. So we select 5F and we click start. We click wait for the identification to be read. And we go to trouble codes and get trouble codes. There aren't any. Once again, erasing this. Let's close the communication. Let's connect once again the communication. And once the communication is established, we go into trouble codes, get trouble codes. And there are no trouble codes here. So we successfully performed MMI 3G maps update, and everything is now without any warnings, any issues, and the navigation is working perfectly. So everyone, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section below. I'll try to help with anyone's problems. So please like, share, subscribe. Bye.